Whoa, whoa. See that guy right there? Looks like he's hit rock bottom. Well, that guy's actually me. Now, I bet you're wondering how I got in this wacky situation. It all started in the summer of '86.
Wait a moment. You're an outlander, aren't you? Only if you know what to look for. I'm one myself, so I do. Hes'Zel. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Tell me, if you're new in this city, are you perchance also looking for work? Excuse me, what was I saying? I'm looking for a hand. Well, neither do you. But to answer your question, I'm Orizaline, but third generation Orizaline, so it doesn't show that much anymore. Apart from my name and my skin, there's little left of my roots, I'm afraid. Anyway, so what did you say? Interested in some well-paid, honest work? It's simple. I want you to find something for me. You know, I'm a healer, just like my father was, and my grandfather before that. When he came to this country, he did so because he had been hired by an arch-noblewoman, a bright lady who valued science and the arts of healing. In any case, my grandfather spent a large portion of life working for this lady in an old, abandoned fort near the now deserted village of Fogville, together with a good dozen other apothecari. He planned for my father to succeed him, but before he had the chance to, the mushroom plague occurred. Yes, that one. The spores of those mushrooms have literally sucked all the life from the forest and its surroundings. Plus, they are a threat to everyone who comes close. It does seem likely, doesn't it? Both my father and I have asked my grandfather this question too, but he has always denied it. The plague was a magical phenomenon, a freak of nature, no more, no less. Those were his words. However, I've made some troubling discoveries which have led me to doubt that. I believe the plague might have been fabricated. Well, this is exactly what I want you to find out. Unfortunately, the noblewoman who my grandfather worked for has long been dead, and she was the last in their bloodline, so I couldn't find any answers there. But the old fortress where they worked still stands. Look at me, you'll have the answer. I'm old and far from made for the road to begin with. Furthermore, all those undead who've been roaming the wilderness since that red madness began don't exactly make the idea more inviting. But don't worry, if you succeed, I'll make it worth your while. Isn't that obvious? Because I want to understand. You know, we Arzelines believe in the debt of blood. If my grandfather committed a crime, it is my responsibility to atone for it. Plus, I believe that if there was a way to, well, to cure that plague, it is hidden within that fortress. Whatever harm the mushrooms can do, they can also reverse it. My father never cared much about all this, but I'm different. If there's one thing I want to achieve in my life, then it's clarity. Reports, scrolls, samples of their work. Anything that could be of relevance. Just look around. Do you have a map? Here, the fortress should be in this area. Best you take Myra to Fogville. In the village harbour, there was a hut where my grandfather lived when he was off duty. Chances are you'll find a key to the fortress there. Good luck. And thank you. If you have found the material, you can find me in the Undercity, near the old waterworks. My laboratory is there. Yes, you should go into the Whisperwood and see what you can find in the old fortress. I'll wait for you in the Undercity, in my laboratory.
Walk blessed, and welcome to our gallery. Please, take your time to look around. Tomorrow, you might not have the chance. Well, probably because I'm not. My husband thinks running around the city and talking to every peasant who crosses my path will help us get our gallery running again. But that's just idiotic. Oh, really? What makes you say that? It's not like our country is ruled by a group of antiquated conservative clerics who care as little about art as they care for the latest trend in Chilean fashion. But no, you're right. It is unusual. But even a narrow-minded country like Enderal has artists. And those artists need a place to show their work. Which is just what we do. That's one way to put it. Truth be told, if the Golden Sickle doesn't decide to leave a barrel full of coin on our doorstep tomorrow, we won't be able to pay rent much longer. Especially now that my esteemed mother has decided to play hermit. Wow. Listen to me. A month ago, I would have been too proud to admit this. Now I shout it at a complete stranger. She's a painter. Our best-selling painter, to be precise. Some people even came from other countries to see her portraits. At least before the war. It's hard to describe. She's portrayed half of Ark's nobility by now. At least that's what it feels like. And she does it. The paintings are just so... intense. I don't know how else to put it. That's why people are willing to pay a fortune for them. It's crazy if you think about it. Well, what I said. For months, she has not reacted to our letter, nor sent one herself. And what's worse, she hasn't sent us any new paintings. Which is one of the reasons why this place isn't going so well. And in case you wonder why we just don't visit her, my mother was always a little... special. And where she resides reflects that. The Dark Valley. Yes, because she values the silence, as she puts it. Anyone who wants a portrait by her now has to pay an armed escort to guide him or her there. It adds to the mystery, I guess. In any case, usually she sent us at least one letter a month, sometimes a package with a new painting. But we haven't heard from her for more than 3 moons now, and that worries me. You'd do that. That's... quite the offer, to be honest. A word of warning in advance. I cannot pay you. That is, unless you're interested in a painting from Prince Myth. But I warn you, they're as bad as his poems. A little detour in a place swarming with undead eager for your blood. Right. I hope you know what you're doing. I really do. But still, I guess I'm too selfish to decline your offer. It's worth a try. My mother and I, we don't exactly have a... good relationship. But still, I need to know she's alright. You said you travel a lot, so you have a map with you, right? Show me. So there you go. That's where her hut should be. At least approximately. Good luck, and... thanks. Oh, you're not from around here, are you? I thought I heard an accent there. The Dark Valley. It's, as the name suggests, a valley, a few miles north of the Whispering Wood. Not a place I would recommend you visit based on its history, and all the people who've been killed there. Nowadays, with the Red Madness, it's even worse. The place is practically swarming with lost ones. Well, I'm not a chronicler, but there was this riot in Ark, somewhere around 7288. It was led by a woman from the Undercity, Kilana Hammerfist, and she and her rebels had their camp in that valley. In 7290, the Order wiped them out. It was a massacre, and up to this day the valley's still littered with bones. My mother always had a liking for this story, which is probably part of why she built her hut there. Strange? Yeah, but that's how she is.
Well, well. Then my ears didn't trick me after all. So, to what do I owe the honor? You didn't come to rob a helpless woman, did you? If so, think twice. These guardians were only a mousetrap, metaphorically speaking. Did she now? No, you don't seem to be lying. Well then, come on in. Who am I to dismiss a friend of my daughter? Sorry again for the guardians. I have reason to be cautious, let's put it that way. These parts of the land aren't exactly the coves of Calais, as you undoubtedly have noticed already. But it seems you know how to take care of yourself. Here we are. Welcome to my workshop. I would offer you something to drink, but you look as if you want to get straight to the point. So, tell me, what troubles my dear Erica so much that she affords herself a mercenary? As far as I know, this gallery of hers isn't exactly a gold pit. Which roughly translates as she needs new pictures because she has sold all the others. Poor girl. Business doesn't go so well, does it? She and her beloved Eshnu with their worried faces over a little pile of pennies? Oh, I can imagine it all too well. So let's make this short. The reason I haven't delivered has nothing to do with Erica. I have other problems to take care of at the moment, as I hinted at before. A robbery, to call the child by its name, one that has cost me a very precious piece. And... actually, it's quite convenient that you're here. What do you say? You get me that picture back, and I'll do my best to send Erica new paintings as soon as possible. Oh, certainly. A good one. They were a young couple dressed in sinfully costly clothing and said they came to be portrayed. I should have gotten suspicious that they had no escort, but age makes you careless, I suppose. Anyway, I was just painting the pal when I felt a hit on my head. When I woke up, they were gone, together with a very dear painting of mine. I assumed they ran for the Throatstone Quarry, at least judging from the trail, but it was already dark, and despite all my magic, I have no desire to make acquaintance with hordes of lost ones or Vatiras. That's your job. Oh, there are many reasons, none of which you would understand. Let's leave it at that. I believe it is the question every successful artist asks himself sooner or later, isn't it? I have two answers for it. Number one, it is this place. The blood that was spilled here, it is as if a part of the body's soul soaked into the ground with it. These souls have become part of the forest now, as bones eventually become soil again. That, combined with the certain talent I possess, reflects in my paintings. They have essence, if you can call it that. That's the romantic explanation. The other one is that the Arch-Nobles simply love to look at themselves, and I have a hand for portraits. Good painters are hard to find. Oh, I get that a lot. 1 vial of child's blood, crushed dust maggot stingers, and dawnflower extract, well mixed up and regularly applied to the skin. I can only recommend it. Unlike you. Jokes aside, thank you for the compliment. Hermit's life or not, everyone likes to hear such things once in a while. I guess my looks just run in the family. I'm sure you will. Take care of yourself. I'll be right here.
Surprise,
Finally,
motherfucker!
some fun.
Like a prophet's ass. Someone's out there. Fun.
Lucky hit. Damn you! That's all you got?
Wait! You're not one of the bandits, are you? You have to help me. No! That is... You are. But I'm a person. Only that she trapped me in here. This wild mage. This witch, Andrasta. She did this. Leaf, my companion, she managed to knock her out and flee with me. But then there were these bandits. And they killed her. Oh, my Malphus. My Leaf. They killed her. Well, you're talking to a painting, aren't you? I'm sorry. I'm just done with this. Andrasta. This is what she does, you know. She takes away people's essence and locks it inside these paintings of hers. This is why they feel so vibrant, or whatever you want to call it. Normally you wouldn't be able to talk with me, but Leaf stopped her before she could trap me completely. Still, not soon enough. Leaf and I were mercenaries. Witch hunters from Hes'Zel. Tal Ghul, to be precise. We heard that things are turbulent here in Enderal at the moment. So we thought we would make passage and try our luck here. One of those sublime from Ark. He didn't want to tell us his name because he was afraid. At first I thought he was exaggerating, but now I know better. Andrasta. She hates Ark, you know. She hates the nobles more than anything in this world. She says they are decadent and care about nothing other than their pennies and the latest haircut, while people have to live like rats in the Undercity. And she's a wild mage. A psionic, to be precise. No. She waits for them to come to her. Do you know what people pay for a painting by her? A worker could buy a house with that money. And she says whoever is willing to waste that much money on vanity doesn't deserve to live. Nobody notices anything different in the beginning, you know? The people she paints, they behave like always. But in reality they are no more than lost ones. Puppets without a will who go about their daily business. And then, usually a couple of moons after the painting, they die. Suicide, a heart attack. Nothing anyone could trace back to Andrasta. That's what's so horrible about it. In any case, our employer, he somehow found out, and he hired me and Leaf to put an end to her atrocities, once and for all. I suppose so, yes. I don't know how it works, and truth be told, I don't want to. I just want to get out of here and make her pay. Because I'm trapped in a painting, and the woman you just talked is known for this kind of painting. Why should I lie to you? Don't be a fool. We pretended we were customers. She painted me first. Leaf noticed too late what was happening, but she managed to overthrow her. Then she took the painting and ran. We would have both gotten away if it hadn't been for those damn highwaymen. Oh, Leaf. I just can't believe it. Please, you have to bring me to Andrasta's house and kill her. I think I know how I can break the spell and get back into my body. But she needs to be dead for that. Please. Thank you. We have to do this for Leaf.
Now, if it isn't my new friend, find anything? Oh, wow. Such drastic claims. And who told you this, I wonder? The lost king of the fabled empire of old Aranath? Or just one too many bottles of rum?
Cut the act. She knows everything. Just make short work of her, will you? She will try and manipulate you with every word that she says. I know her.
All right, fine. No point in beating around the bush any longer, I suppose. So, where should I begin? Yes, our Arizalian friend inside that painting is right. I have those nobles on my conscience, quite a lot of them. And you know what? I don't feel regret. Every one of those bastards deserved to die. Ugh, do you think I picked this place as my workshop by coincidence? This forest, it is the proof of how rotten this country really is. Thousands of men and women slaughtered because they followed a woman who dared to say that this oh-so-holy society is nothing but a lie. The path, holy verses, they are nothing but mental shackles so that the poor stay poor and the rich stay rich. Who are we to doubt what fate the path has chosen for us? Malthus alone knows our destiny. You notice something? That shaveling talk for eat shit or die.
Balrak, what are you doing? Just kill her, damn it. Do you have the slightest idea how many people this wench has murdered?
Says the witch hunter from Hes'Zel. Tell me, were you also there at the Purge, 8212? How many magically gifted girls and boys of the free folk did you kill? Only because they dared to worship the gods of their ancestors rather than your civilized Lightborn. I hope your employers paid well for that.
Just kill her for fuck's sake. Kill her.
I hate it when people shout in my house. I know a few dead nobles aren't going to change anything, but at least it's a little justice for those poor souls who have to pay for their decadence in the Undercity. Do you really want me to go into detail? This witch hunter, as he styles himself, is nothing more than a murderer. He and his order were part of a massacre, which puts even what the order did to the Blood Moon rebels to shame. But of course, he will tell you a different story. They always do. Exactly. Nice and clean, and nobody ever suspects a thing. Well, at least that's what I thought. I must have gotten careless. Exactly. Well, as I see it, there are two ways of ending this. Number one, you give me the painting, I take care of our talking friend in there, and we both live happily ever after. Number two, you make a mistake. Correct. Probably, but we'll see about that. I'm old. And, truth be told, it doesn't feel as satisfying anymore. It is, believe me. So, that's it. Well, I assume thanks are in order, aren't they? For a moment, I really thought you would listen to this child killer. Apart from that, poof. As I said, I suppose the smartest thing for both of us would be to keep going on as before. You go back to Ark, give Erica a little money and tell her I was sick, and that she will get new paintings soon. What do you think? Do we have an agreement? I might, perhaps. But honestly, with all you hear from the city these days, red madness and so on, I think she might be better off moving here with that smart-assed husband of hers. You know, I like the silence of this place, and I'm too old for the bustle of the great cities. But anyway, what's your answer? Do we have an agreement? Oh, is that an order? How intimidating. But fine. To be honest, this entire craft has gotten tiresome anyway, and I'm not even sure anymore these perfumed bastards are worth my canvases. In other words, I'll stop. Or let's say I will think about it. Here, take this. It's for Erica. It should be enough to keep the gallery running, at least for the next few moons. And here, this is for you. Now, don't take this personally, but I need some time to myself. Be careful and don't get killed. Yes?
Yes, did you get a chance to look for my mother yet? Bandits? I'd like to tell you I'm relieved, but what if those bastards get the better of her someday? Or worse, if the undead attack her cabin? Oh, by the gods. I really don't see why she stays there. I really don't. Anyway, thank you for your efforts. I appreciate it. What about the paintings? Will she... you know... will she be able to deliver again? A break. Uh-huh. Well, that's good and bad news all in one. Thank you for telling me. Here, I think you've earned this for your help. Thank you again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to tell my husband about all this. Walk blessed, and know that you're welcome here anytime.
Now you're quite the sight. How about a little bit of fun?
Ah, there you are. Had any luck? I feared as much, and why? Please, there has to be a reason. One that explains it all. What? That? By the name of the sun. I can't believe it. What? What about the rest? Did you find any samples? If there is any chance I can free the Hes'Zels from the shame my grandfather caused, I have to take it. I can cure the plague. I just know it. Only if they were being handled by a fool, which I am not. Please, I can imagine how this sounds to you, but I know what I am doing. If you don't give me the samples, there's no way I can atone. Thank you. Thank you. This really means a lot to me. Here's your pay, and take this. You truly earned it. I'm in my laboratory now. There's much to do. Walk blessed, my friend.
Consequences.